Communicate here with our first video in our playlist of hacking websites with Backtrack 5. I'm currently running Backtrack 5 version 3 on a virtual machine using VMware Player. So yeah, let's pretty much get started. So first I'm just going to show you guys the program we're going to be using today. The program we're going to be using today is SQL Map. So you can either access it from the terminal, which is how I'm going to do it, or you can just simply go Applications, Backtrack, Exploitation Tools, Database Exploitation Tools, and MySQL Exploitation Tools. So there it is, SQL Map. That's what we're using. So first, just open up a shell and put cd/pentest database and SQL Map. So after we were in the directory, what we're gonna do? Sorry, let me just move around. Okay, here we go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna initialize the script. So Python SQL map.py. Then we're gonna put the tag -u. This tag basically means it's going to initialize an address, and for this address, I'm gonna bring up the websites that we're gonna use for a second. And basically, this is the target address, and it's going to check if it's vulnerable and such. But we'll get to that in a second. So here we go. Where is it? Here it is. So this is the site that we are going to be exploiting. This is okay, what we're going to do today, because you're supposed to be able to search through the database, and I've already checked all the information that we can get by injecting the site is exactly what you can get through these. It even tells you the database is here, through this family database. So yeah, this is pretty much the site. I should just get this out of the way, but my channel, myself, Excommunicate's the channel, do not endorse any malicious hacking, black hat hacking, any types of the sort. This information I'm giving you today is purely for educational purposes only. I'm not responsible for any trouble you get in or such like that. So yeah, so with that out of the way, let's get going. Now, if you ever want to test if a website is vulnerable, just simply put a quotation at the end. It already must have .php question mark and then an ID number, but merely just put a quotation mark, hit enter, and we should get an error. Yep, there it is. So we get a MySQL server error, which is just pretty much SQL syntax. That means we know now that it is referring to this to manipulate through the database. So we could do manual SQL injection, which is, I might do a tutorial on that later, but for now we're going to be using Backtrack 5. So, yep, here we go. So now we have this. So now we're going to, you're going to copy this, copy the address. I'll put the link in the description. Put there, and then we're going to do a database scan, which is the tag --dbs, database scan, obviously. Basically, this is what it's going to do, is it's going to scan the URL for vulnerabilities. And the vulnerability in this one is the ID. This will basically give us all the database names that are on the server. So it won't go through all the checks since I've done the site before, but it will show us the database. So here we go. Okay, so the database we got is our family, obviously, because that's what the one they publicly display. Our family, so that's the database. So then what we can do, now that we have the database name, you would go -d, which is for database, and then you would go our family with the database name. Then normally you put tables, which is to search for all the different tables of information on this database. But there's only one, which is users, obviously, by users it means the names of all the people of the family. So yep, so this is tables, but I'm not going to go through this because it checks for 3,000 or something common table names to see if this database has it, but I already know that the only one is users, so we're going to go /t, then we're going to go users. So what we've done is we've gone into this database, then into the users table, and now we're going to dump the information onto our computer, which is using the tag --dump. This will then create a file of all of the information on this table. So there's thousands of names on this table, so I'm just going to cut it there with Control-C. Basically, now this information has been dumped to a file that I'll show you where it is in a sec. Okay, so that's that. So now to get to this information, we should go home folder, file system, sorry, pen test, database, SQL map, output, family news about, dump, our family, and here it is. This is the information that we've off the server. Basically, this is all the information that we've retrieved. Obviously, I cut it. This file is one that I took off before this video was made, so it's got a little bit more than what we actually went through there. Oh no, it's not. It's actually overwritten it. Yeah, so, okay, I didn't even know that. So it's overwritten the file once we've done this. So, basically, that is SQL map. Now, let me just think if there's anything else to cover. No, I pretty much think this is it. I'm going to put the link in the description. If you have any questions, don't feel free to post in the comments, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I'm sure there'll be some questions on the other websites you'd like to practice. Hopefully, they are legal. And basically, yeah, so if you have any questions, I know there's going to be errors and stuff that you're going to, not errors, but I know of a bunch of questions that I can ask you depending on the website about if you want to do this or this, so let me know with your questions and I'll tell you exactly what to do. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hit the like button and just take a second and please hit that subscribe button. So thank you guys. Excommunicate out.